What's going on, everybody? David here. Today we're talking travel rewards credit cards, and today we're going to look at the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card, the American Express card. I want to see, is it worth the annual fee? So we're going to kind of go over some of the different benefits that the card has, and then we'll see if overall it's worth getting the card. All right, so let's look at this card here. The first thing that we have to look at, and like I said, I always look at the annual fee, and that's what we're talking about today. So you have that $450 annual fee. So I want to know what kind of value can I get out of it. Now, I'm not going to count the 100,000 bonus points. Okay, so those bonus points, that's separate for me because I'm looking long term. And if you're getting a card, and this is just my strategy, I always look long term. I don't get cards and try to churn them. Just get a card, get the bonus, and then look to get another card and get the bonus, and just keep doing that until I build up like 1,000,000 points. I'm not looking to do that. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get really good cards that I know I can have for a long period of time and just keep using them the way that I would normally use, just my normal shopping, and just keep those cards and not have to keep getting new cards. So with this card, the first thing that we look at is the $300 statement of credit. Okay, so that is good. And that's much like the Chase Sapphire Reserve. They have that $300 right off the bat. And the difference, though, is the Chase Sapphire Reserve is $300 on travel across the board, so you can use it for a variety of different things. With the Marriott 300 statement of credit, it's going to be for the Marriott hotels. So it's specific to them only. Now, you can use it for booking a room, but you can only book that Marriott room. You can't go to Hilton and book a room and get credit for it. Okay, so $300, we can take that off the board. So now we're down to $150. All right, so the free night, I'll usually, and like I did in the last video, I think I can value that at probably about $100. Okay, so you'll get $100 value out of that, and I'm being very conservative with these numbers. Okay, I'm sure you can easily get a free room that's going to cost at least $150. But for right now, we're just going to say $100 just to kind of cover all bases. I mean, there's certain areas that you might live in where, yeah, if you stay in a Marriott, it's going to be $100. But if it's a big city, it might be $200-$300. Okay, so we're down to, so we have $300 statement of credit, and then we have $100 for that free hotel or free night, anniversary night. Okay, so that is $400 now. So we only have $50 to go. And then from the $50, depending on how much you travel, and let's just say you travel 4 times a year, and that's generally my goal is to travel no less than 4 times a year out of the country. Okay, so each time I travel, I use Priority Pass. So I'll go and stay in the lounges. So, and I will look at different airports specifically to find out if they have a Priority Pass lounge. So I don't like to go to an airport if they don't have a Priority Pass lounge. Sometimes you can't avoid it, but in most situations, I'm going to try to find a lounge. And I generally will say every time I go to a lounge, it's about $8. That's kind of the ballpark number that I put on it. Now, if you were to go to one of these lounges and pay out of pocket, it's like $32 or something like that. It's not worth $32. I'll tell you that right now. You're not going to get that much value out of it. Generally, you're going to have water in there. You're going to have sodas. You're going to have some alcohol. I guess you could drink enough to get you that $32 value, but I'm not a big drinker, so I wouldn't be able to get that value, that $32 value. And plus, would I want to get $32 value? Get drunk at the lounge and then have to go on the plane now. You get free Wi-Fi, so that's good. So there's some other benefits that you get, but for the most part, I say it's valued at about $8. I'll get water, I'll get snacks, in a lot of cases, I'll get some stuff to go on the plane too. So I can definitely get $8 value. So $8 up, like my flight to wherever my destination is, and then we'll just say $8 back. So we're looking at about $16, and let's just round it up to $20. So $20 times 4 trips, that is $80. And so that will put you over. That will definitely put you over the annual fee of $450. So we can get it. You can get it, and that's being very conservative. I think you can get it. Now, even if you only travel twice a year, you could still work it out. And like I said, when I'm talking about the Priority Pass lounges, I'm being very conservative. I'm saying you're going to go to the airport, get on a plane, and you're going to have no layovers. You're just going to go straight to your destination, which we know doesn't happen, especially if you're using points. A lot of times you're going to have different stops. So each stop, I can get out and go to a lounge, and then I would put another $8 on that. So that's the way that I would work that. Now, there's some other benefits on here too. Let's just go over. You're going to get that premium internet access, so that's good. You get elite status, the gold elite status with Marriott. That's also good. And then every 4.5 years, you're going to be able to get global entry. So that's $100 right there. And if you split that over, let's just split it over 4 years, that's $25 a year, really, if you want to look at it that way. So that's more value that you can get out of it. So, I mean, there are a lot of different things. The car insurance for rental cars, it's secondary insurance. So, I mean, it could help you if you're in a bind, but I don't think you're really going to get that much value out of that. Roadside assistance, you could probably get some value out of that if you use that. But for the most part, I think I've gone over the real big things that you can really get value out of. So you can do it. Yes, you can get $450 easily every year. The only thing is you do have to commit to Marriott. Now, if you're not staying at a Marriott or you don't like staying at Marriott, then obviously this is not a card that you should get. Some people will think, oh, well, I can get it and I'll get the 100,000 bonus points and I'll be good and I can stay at all these different Marriotts. Well, like I said, I'm looking long term. So my advice is if you've never stayed at a Marriott before, stay at a few Marriotts before you even consider getting the card. If you like the way they do business, then get the card. If you have some issues with the way they do business, then don't get the card. And I tell you this because there's certain cards that I've gotten that I have now that I regret having and I want to cancel. One would be the American Airlines Advantage card. I don't like flying on American Airlines. Maybe I should have flown on American Airlines a few times before I got the card. I didn't. And so I got the card, had the points, took a couple flights. They lost my luggage a few times, got delayed, got canceled flights. I just did not like how they did business. I mean, there was even one situation, and I'll talk about it since we're on the topic, where it was 11 o'clock at night. I had to fly at 6 in the morning. And it was an international flight, which meant I was going to get up at like 3:30 in the morning and make sure I was headed out at 4 a.m. so I can get to the airport. And that was still pushing it. So they sent me an email telling me that they canceled my flight and that they were going to try to rebook, put me on a different flight. Well, they sent me an email, no text, nothing like that. So I luckily checked my email before I went to bed. Usually I don't, but for whatever reason, I checked my email and I saw that email. So then I called them right away. And then I had to stay on the phone for an hour trying to figure out how I'm going to get from here to, where was I going? I was going to Paris. So from here to Paris, I was trying to figure out how I was going to do it, because at the time when I called them, they hadn't done anything yet. So I didn't have any, they didn't put me on another plane basically. So just stuff like that really rubbed me the wrong way. But now I have their card and I still have points on their card. And to this day, I still have like 18,000 points on their card. And I don't want to fly with them anymore. So it's just one of those situations. So stay at a Marriott. See how you like it. If you do like it, then go with the card. I think they will be releasing, I know they're releasing the business card. I think they already released that one. But it'll be interesting to see how they work this all out. I think it's a good card, and you can definitely get that annual fee every year, but you really need to commit to Marriott properties. All right, I'd love to know what you guys think. Will you be getting a card? Do you think you can get that $450 annual fee? Please post in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.